Hey Gengar Gang, what is going on? My name is Ryan, this is the Analytic Gengar, and welcome to another video. In today's video, friends, we're going to be doing a little bit of talking about why in the Pokemon world, Vivid Voltage is already selling for $143. So in today's Poke Chat, we're basically going to be taking a look at what supply is, what demand is, and basically trying to explain every little factor that's causing this to happen. Now, I thought this would be a beneficial video for a couple reasons. The first is that it's happening in front of us in real time. Vivid Voltage releases tomorrow, November 13th, 2020, and the Pokemon trading card game, basically all across 2020, has behaved in some really interesting ways. So this is a very interesting topic. Now, the second thing to note about this video and videos going forward is that I'm going to try my best to keep things to a little bit more of a shorter form factor. So instead of trying to cram too much information into one video and making it about 30 to 40 minutes, instead, I will do my best with all videos that are coming out in the future to make sure that the content is limited to about 15 minutes, even if that means splitting videos up into more than one video. And the reason for that is because I think it'll be really beneficial to have shorter clips that you all can watch and reference, especially when we're going to be doing a lot more learning and deep diving into stuff. So with that said, as always, thank you again for checking out a video. If you're new to the channel, definitely feel free to explore some of the other stuff. And without too much more distractions and or announcements, let's get right on into it. So first things first, I mean, it's super simple to show, but if you go on Google, type in Vivid Voltage Booster Box, and look on Google, which by the way does a whole bunch of stuff and aggregates stuff up for you, you'll find that Google's most recent found at the time I'm recording this video is $139. Now, booster boxes, when they come out, always trend somewhere in the range from 90 to 100 bucks. And this is basically because of MSRP. Basically, when a distributor buys a booster box, they buy and they can then sell for that MSRP of about 100 bucks in order to make a profit. There are some occasions where because of volume or because of efficiency, retailers and some sellers can sell for as low as 90 bucks. I've seen booster boxes go for as low as 85 if you buy a certain quantity of them. And so it really just depends. But anything north of about $100 is usually indicative of some sort of price increase. And so $140, or basically 40% of MSRP, is quite the significant price to pay for a booster box that, again, is releasing tomorrow. Now, bear in mind, these prices that you see on Google are not pre-release prices. Pre-release prices are those prices that one would pay for getting the box early. Technically, this is frowned upon in the distribution community. You're really not supposed to be letting go of this product before its official release date, or street date as it's also called. And so technically any distributor that's found to be selling this stuff on the side or even on their website or on Google before the street date and shipping it to people before their street date is technically breaking the terms and agreement that they have with Pokemon as a distributor. All that said, however, all the boxes you see here, and you're actually going to see some of these various items like this one right here, will ship effectively with the intent of reaching you on release date or later, meaning you're not even paying for the fact that you're getting this stuff early. So if we scroll through very quickly, you'll see 119, which is actually a good price, 139, 134. So again, consistently over MSRP by at least 20%. What's funny is that even things like the Elite Trainer box have now carry a premium on them. And as you can see, this guy is just a comic. $159.99. I guess he's charging a little bit of a premium because he has this in hand and intends on shipping the 9th. And so maybe you can work something out with him where, oh, I don't know, if he's going to ship on Monday, hopefully he can probably get it to you by like Wednesday. So maybe that's why he's charging a little bit extra. But again, and as you can see, Rebel Clash, which really doesn't have much hype around it, but is just another regular set, $98.95. And I guarantee you, if you go looking, you will find better prices than that. But notice that there are some like the Darkness Ablaze set and the Sword and Shield Vivid Voltage set, that again are carrying this crazy premium. Now, the real question is, why is that happening? Why is it that people are expecting us as Pokemon fans to pay 40% markup on something that we know for a fact should sell for $100? Well, in short, the real reason for that is twofold. One, it's a hotly purchased item right now. So Vivid Voltage is obviously the newest set that will be coming out. It's going to be presumably the last set for 2020. And so that's what we're going to have for the rest of the year, and probably going into and up to February when we'll get the 25th anniversary set. So that's the first thing to consider, is that this is going to be the last set for the year, so there's obviously tons of demand around it. Champion's Path is our special holiday set, so between Champion's Path and Vivid Voltage, they really kind of had to drum up a lot of hype. And they actually did that very well, because they put Charizards in one and they put Pikachus in the other. And so between the two, there's tons of reasons why different collectors will want to go after this, kids will want to go after this, and of course, a variety of different people who want to grade cards or flip or sell are also going to be going after this box. The other reason that we're seeing very highly increased demand, bear in mind, is all the hype going on over Pokemon. Don't forget, for every single person out there who realizes that the significant amount of money probably exists in the vintage Pokemon card community space, there are tons of people out there who think it's a smart idea to buy this type of stuff and sell for a profit. And that's why sometimes you will see crazy things like a Vivid Voltage booster box posted for $200. It's not because that person is legitimately serious, it's because they think they're going to make a big profit on it and don't quite understand what they're getting into with ultra modern product. So that's another big reason that we're seeing this increase in demand. Now, with all that demand, you bet every single pre-order that you could possibly find has effectively sold out. So now people are using their pre-orders, presumably, to flip and make a quick profit. So not to pick on any one seller or buyer, but effectively I would imagine all of the different people you see here listing their cards up for sale on TCG Player have effectively secured a couple pre-orders, probably a couple cases of this stuff, and now they're just basing their price on the market. Because again, if the market is willing to pay $140, there's no reason for you to be selling anywhere underneath that. So now we have a problem, because we have a limited order of supply, but we have seemingly increasing demand. As you can see here, these poor souls tried to sell for $94.97, and big surprise, they're out of stock. I presume they were also selling at $143.64 at a point. Maybe when it went out of stock, they changed the price and it's out of stock, so there's not much you could do to it anyway. So how do we address that problem now? Well, here's a couple of things that I have learned from my usual amounts of snooping and scrolling on Facebook. Many distributors are now saying that there is a bit of an issue with Pokemon, where effectively they just kind of goofed and they printed the first set of Vivid Voltage, and now they're just waiting to print the second set. So because of that, what's going to end up happening is, effectively right now, there's a very drastic shortage in the market because Pokemon didn't print enough for this first print run. However, in December, they are expecting a new print run. So by December, presumably the mid-month marks, probably like December 15th, you should probably expect to see a flood of Vivid Voltage on the market. And that is because Pokemon will have had enough time, even over the US holidays of Thanksgiving, to really make a big dent in the shortage market. And so you should see a lot more product flood the market at that time, and I presume prices will also continue to dip. Does that mean the prices on singles will dip? No. My theory with the singles prices is that they're going to continue to stay high. I imagine that any or all of the Amazing Rares are probably going to carry a pretty significant premium, as well as any of the Pikachu cards that come out of this set. And the idea would be that they're probably going to stay that way until after the holiday season. Don't forget, during the holidays, people tend to be a little bit more willing to spend, and I have a feeling that's going to keep the market a little bit higher than usual. But rest assured, all those prices will eventually bottom out, because what'll happen is those singles will be very limited in supply for quite a long time, and even once the new supply comes in mid-December, I imagine it's going to take quite a while for it to get to people's homes, for people to be able to open it up, and then for those cards as well to be introduced into the secondary market. Bear in mind that December also equals Christmas for the fair majority of people. And so what's going to end up happening is, whether it be Christmas or whether it be another one of the holidays that falls in the month of December, I presume that's also going to drastically impact the secondary market, because what's going to end up happening is you're going to have people who open up the boxes but don't list it on eBay because, hey, we have a family get together, or we have something to celebrate. And so you might see even further a delay. So again, my theory is sometime in January, we're going to see the proper introduction of a lot more cards into the secondary market, as well as more and more product hitting store shelves. And theory holds true, fingers crossed, Vivid Voltage will dip down to its normal price of about anywhere from $90 to $100. Assuming you can find a good deal, you might even be able to get away with a case of booster boxes for something in the range of like $90 to even $87 a box. I've seen, and again, I've purchased cases where the case was $540 for the entire case, and this was Darkness Ablaze, by the way, so this was a pretty demanded and pretty recent set. But 540 divided by the 6 cases is $90 each. So in theory, it is possible to get a pretty good deal. You'll just have to wait. So what are my thoughts and opinions on what you should be doing right now? If you didn't already get Vivid Voltage in some sort of online pre-order capacity, or some sort of online or in-store kind of GameStop setup where you basically go in and pre-order, I think the best thing you can do is start checking some stores. If you know that there are stores that stock booster boxes around you, I would hit those and maybe hope that something's MSRP. Otherwise, I would definitely try to stick to the big box stores, because one thing they cannot do is mark up MSRP, and then basically troll those stores as much as you can to see how much product you can get. So in theory, you would go to Walmart, Target, GameStop, you would see a Vivid Voltage ETB up on the store shelf, and you can buy that for $40 before any coupons or perks or customer rewards that you might have at that particular store. And so I think that's probably going to be your best bet. Again, I really don't think a smart idea right now is running out and buying one of these boxes at $140 plus. Effectively, what you're doing is telling the people who mark these things up that they're right and they should continue to do it, which is only going to continue to add to the problems the community has regarding supply and scalpers. But also, you're going to be paying $140, and from a value perspective, you're definitely not getting that. Again, these things retail at about $100 for a reason, and that's because Pokemon kind of builds it so that, you usually get about that amount of value anyway. And then, sometimes you'll have a big hit and you'll break even. But realistically, you're looking at $100 worth of product, and you should probably only be paying about $100 in product. No one is ever going to become a millionaire by opening up a $140 box and then thinking they're going to pull $280 in cards out of it. It's just not realistic. So friends, with that said, let me know if you have been able to get your hands on any Vivid Voltage products. Like I said, there is a video on this channel. We did a early new opening for an entire booster box of Vivid Voltage. I will have it linked in the end card of this video as well as down below, so definitely make sure to go check it out. As always, friends, like I said in the beginning, I appreciate your viewership. I appreciate you guys stopping by and checking out one of the videos. I really do hope we all get a chance to open up some Vivid Voltage in 2020. I presume we probably will once the market floods, and frankly, I hope the scalpers get screwed, because typically what'll happen is, the market gets flooded and then they just get stuck with a whole bunch of stuff that they genuinely don't want, but they shouldn't be scalping, so sorry. But yeah, thanks again. As always, friends, I hope you all are having an amazing Thursday. As I mentioned in Tuesday's video, and now today in today's video, the next video will be a PSA graded return on Saturday. And of course, if you guys have any ideas for videos, or if there's something you want to see covered, definitely let me know. Always happy to work it into the set of videos coming out for the week. But other than that, friends, I hope you all are having an amazing day, and we'll chat soon. Peace.